scene here. When did you not speak up when you know you really should have? When did you not speak up when you know you really should have? Toastmasters.
My problem is, I speak every time. Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
And guest. Me and my wife is a very good company. And even today I have checked with her. While traveling together, sometimes you're really sweet. And sometimes you don't listen to me. What exactly the problem is? Is it you or is it me? And she said that it's not you or it's not me that is the problem. You speak every time. Maybe that is the problem. And then after that she said, when you said, I am sweet all the time, can you please say when I am not sweet? Then I told her, you are sweet every time, except when you speak, when you are not supposed to speak. So, back to the question. I have spoken whenever and wherever it is possible. And I don't remember even a single time when I did not stand up and did not speak when it has to be required. Yes, it had been a problem when I actually stood up and spoke. But if I go back, I don't regret even a single time that I have spoken. Everything that happened, it happened for good, and I never has backed up whenever I had to speak. Over to you.
May I call upon our diligent World Master, Toastmaster Raj Mohan. Toastmaster Raj Mohan, if you had to teach someone one thing, what would you teach? If you had to teach someone one thing, what would you teach? Toastmaster Raj Mohan.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good evening.
In my life, if I want to teach someone, I prefer to learn to love yourself. I think that's one of the important things. You should learn yourself to get your growth in all levels. If you are not loving yourself, definitely you cannot get any growth or you cannot have any improvement. So in all ways, we should love ourselves, and then we can improve ourselves, or it will be a motivation to work hard to improve our personal fallings. So I think that's the one thing I would advise all my friends: love yourself and change yourself and get your growth. Thank you.
May I call upon our third innings player, Mr. Ajay Sharma. Rajesh, what would you do differently if you knew that no one was judging you? What would you do differently if you knew that no one was judging you? Rajesh.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I would start my speech with a dance. If nobody is judging me, I think dance is a good expression of one's own self. I would dance to my best possible and dance every move which I know. In my own way, it relaxes me, it stresses me out, and it expresses my personality in one way or the other. So, dancing has been a traditional activity which has been in every culture, in every walk of life. Yeah, irrespective of nations and the cultural background, you find people have some form of dance which has evolved. And it has taken different shapes. Whether it is, dance on a raga, or on a pop, or on a classical beats. Yeah? You always find dance which infuses a new enthusiasm, a new energy, a new spirit in you. So I believe, yes, judging is important, but you need to judge your own self. So as long as you judge your own self to be the best in the league, yeah, you don't need another judge. Thank you very much.
May I call upon Mr. Tahir? Yes. Thank you. It is.
Yeah.
What is the function of a tie?
Of
A tie.
a tie. And
What do you think is the function of a tie?
Okay.
What do you think?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm not wearing a tie. And thinking about the function of a tie, actually, when I was just asked the question right now, I thought about all the new things we, human race, invent, I believe, every century or something like that. So almost every 100 years, we come up with something new. Maybe the new thing might last for many centuries after that, or it might just die away from where it got. In Egypt, and way before the Arabs, way before the Arabs come from the Arabian Peninsula to Egypt, we were dressing in completely differently, and we passed through, I believe, 3 or 4 phases since pharaohs, Romans, Greeks, and then came the Arabs. We dressed differently when the Arabs came. We had turbans on our head. And then when the Ottoman came back in 1500s, 1600s, we started wearing something that's called tarbouch. It's something red, round. I believe somebody here knows it. After a revolution that happened in 1952 in Egypt, this completely died. And just maybe a couple of decades before that, we started knowing what a tie is. It came with English people. Now, I find the young people not caring about a tie, a suit, or whatever it is. They're completely dressed most of the time in casual. So a tie, when I'm thinking about a tie, it's just some fashion, comes with the progress of the human race. Thank you so much.
The last topic. May I call upon Toastmaster Hassan? When you think of your home, what immediately comes to your mind? Those concepts.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
The topic which has
When you think of your home, what immediately comes to your mind?
the topic has given it to me. When it comes to your home, what basically comes in your mind? Obviously, the home is I believe it's everyone is on priority. The first priority, we always look at our home. What are the needs of our home? What basically you want to what are the changes you feel? What are the changes you want to bring in your existing home or existing setup? That it comes, and what you basically, what are your intentions to bring the changes into your home? So that obviously it comes in my mind as well. What are the existing things you want to make the changes, and what are the efforts you are putting to bring the things to change your home or your family and the stuff like that. That's it, because
The rest, you can have a sigh of relief. I'm done with my topics. I request timer to read out the timings of all the speakers. I request them to stand up when the names are called.
Same has taken 1 minute 45 seconds. Raj Mohan has taken 1 minute 40 seconds. Myself Ajay has taken 1 minute 36 seconds. Tahir has taken 1 minute 58 seconds. Hassan has taken 1 minute 15 seconds.
So everybody is qualified. We can have a voting right now.
So can we have his names?
Haseen,
Haseen?
Yeah.
Raj Mohan,
Raj
Tahir,
Mohan.
Hassan, Ajay.
Okay.
Even the guests can cast your vote.
You can.
And you can cast for yourself.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do this. I really wouldn't do this.
You're more than welcome to do it. It's all fair and square.
Yeah. I used to do it a lot, but I never won like this. These people are responsible. Yeah.
To wind up the session, always remember 4 essential skills for different topics: listening, thinking, organizing, speak out. Over to you.